All right, collective. I hope you've been looking good, feeling good, smelling good, eating good, drinking good, thinking good thoughts, having a good time, sharing good energy with good people in good places, doing good things. Right, collective. Okay, perfect. Sean, the title of this reading, because there's two sides. This is a love reading, so if this is love reading is not your thing, you need to get out. Love reading is your thing, then welcome. Um, hope you've been doing amazing. Let's see. Looking through my notes, the first part was divine masculine. It's all grown up, and it's kind of like that cliche thing that you hear about, like that people, they always say, well, there comes a time in a man's life, and it's like that all grown up energy. And then for divine feminine, it's all calmed down, and so that's like kind of more even to speak to like how they're different, but they're matching, if that makes sense. So it's like, oh, he's up, she's down, and that this is how it works, kind of thing. And it may not be, what people thought, but I think it's what people should have been known. Like you should have known it takes for a man to grow up and a woman to calm down for them to be in a peaceful and beautiful and united union. Look, yeah, you gotta have the patience and the time to say, okay, I'll shuffle through this many, females, and I'll shuffle through this many frogs. All right. So that is the decided energy for the reading. Let's start this off just by kind of finding out where the two's energy right now. Oh, I saw Ace of Cups in there. I hear making some lovely decisions. So there's individuals who are making lovely decisions about what to do next, where they're, this is the difference. They're making decisions together now. Whereas before they were just kind of using their own head, their own intuition, their own, everything, this, that, and the other to really, figure out everything. And now, yeah. This is where they were. Now they're going in like this. So it's like they're making decisions together that, about where to go, what to do, how to be, who to see. You should know I'm going to do something a little silly. Yeah, and it looks like they have their eyes in the on the prize in the right place. You know what I mean? The eyes here. Maybe this is more divine masculine's energy. So divine masculine is coming up in the hermit energy. Solitude, retreating, kind of, just being his cool, calm, collected self. Any kind of introspection that needs to take place. Is that what's going on? Yeah. About any past behaviors, and it's very, very well known between divine masculine and divine feminine that okay, so this is the part a lot of people don't understand, how divine masculine was able to do this. Like, why her? This is the type of divine, or this is the type of feminine energy who, when they've always been the type of feminine energy who loves and accepts people for who they are. So if you're confused, okay, hi, confused. How are you? What you confused about? Like, can I help? Like, it's not. This is the truth. Look, that Ace of Swords right on the split. It's because this person, and he sees that. He's like, I've seen a lot of beautiful women, but beautiful women that actually, are calm, are peaceful, who, accept you. And I think that's why a lot of people it was easy to get people to kind of like try to, or even be in on the game to catfish, because it's like, oh yeah, if I get a chance to like, oh yeah, you said this. Because, who wouldn't want to, put another notch on their belt, is the kind of energy that I'm understanding has been, prevalent. And that's true. That's very, very true. because that was a part of it for divine masculine. And that's the part of the growing up. It's kind of like and I haven't done anything with the cards. I'm just looking at my notes. It's kind of like if you know divine masculine well, if you tell him what to do, he's probably going to do the opposite. So now everybody's so against this one space, place, reason, he's going to find the little caveat that either makes him love it or that makes him say, yes, this is not it. And he says, no, this is, I love this place. Like, I love this location. I love this. I love that. And then when people actually see it come together, then they get what he's doing. Then they see like, and it's something, it's like it crunches people's minds, but like in a good way. It like scratches that part of the brain where it's like, I didn't even know I wanted this. And it's because this person is very forward thinking. It's divine masculine. Yes, I got all of that on one card. Someone's like, oh, that's one card. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure is. What's this one? Yep. And maybe that's, I hear that song by Monica. It's Why I Love You So Much. Yep. Ooh, look at this. There's something about this connection that's just like, it's like so delectable. It's like everything that you want to taste, everything that you want to will into your life, everything that you want to, like indulge in. It really gives that like you want to be able to indulge in it. You want to be able to, let go of any hangups. That's a part of a metamorphosis, right? Yeah. And I get some kind of energy like everybody's just got to surrender or has to. Oh, yeah, that was a download too. Okay, so here's the reason why. Maybe a lot of people wonder too, like, okay, why was it necessary? Because I feel like they both struggle from the same things, but divine masculine, maybe divine masculine was on board with the calming down, knowing how to calm himself down before divine feminine was, which is why that's been her thing. And then with divine masculine, it was his growing up, which divine feminine's probably been an old lady her whole life, right? That's some kind of like an old lady in training, like I usually say. That's an OLT right there. That's that good old OLT. But it's kind of like the same energy, and like their inner child, are still those same people, if you will. So with this whole manifestation energy, what I'm getting from that is just on the creative side of things. Think about when a man was, in school and there was a girl that everybody liked. There was always one girl that everybody liked, right? Or there was even a couple, because I felt like there was always a few. Like, Kimberly was really cute. Like, I felt like a lot of people had their own. So maybe I'm not biased enough. I'm gonna give you something cute about everybody. So, but maybe there's, certain girls that were super cute, that, boys looked at and they thought, like, this is the kind of girl. And it was like, okay, this whole thing was like, oh, I can get this girl. It reminded me of that intro part to one of Michael Jackson's songs where he's with Chris Tucker and he was like, hey man, I bet you can't get that girl. And he was like, I bet you I can. He was like, nah, not that girl. He was like, yep, I can get that girl. He was like, I bet you Neverland. He was like, all right, let's go. And it was like, it was on from there and the song starts. And it was just really cute because that's the immaturity of a man that you have to be able to touch in some fashion. I guess maybe it's through the calmness and the acceptance of like, he is who he is. Oh, look, she said, I love my man. Look, he is who he is. And I don't have anything bad to say about him. Like, yeah, that's also part of it. So this is so funny. That is, it's like, okay. And so that's also been the thing too. It's like over the course of time, these men have grown to know that like, okay, it's a possibility that somebody could take your girl, So knowing that, they've kind of still stayed in that energy of like making it a competition, but really killing their inner child that wanted the girl. So, they all really want the girl. But it's like some people maybe more than others. And those, those people that were ready to rush in and stayed with whoever they was with, might have been called simps earlier on in life. Oh man, you ain't even lived. You can't even go nowhere, blah, 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 blah. That person must have been happy at home, Sometimes it just depends, right? But in this instance, this is how they got to this sense and understanding and knowledge of being able to be happy. Like, how do you always come out matching this person? You know, it's yeah, but anyway. So that's the thing too. It's like, okay, at a certain point, a man wants a woman that he don't have to worry about his fellas being able to, like, he know his people can't get that. Can't nobody get that. That's mines. 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 So there's very much that energy. You see this, and then I happen to leave it here. This one's facing. And I get an energy of like, yeah, anybody that tried to come, like, you know, they're likely to be sitting around, you know, sad, because, you know, it's like divine masculine's already manifested this, but then also done the work, you know, put to bed, you know. Of course, a lot of people forget, you know, it's the mindset, it's the thinking. You know, that's the inherited curse that keeps you away from, you know, you can inherit things from anywhere. Oh, that was the other part of it. Okay, let me pull out the definition, because, you know, I'll be like, well, why are you telling me about this word? This is a love reading. Like, we don't care about inheritances. We care about the love. Are you, is I'm inheriting the love or not? So I feel somebody's energy. Yes, you're inheriting, but the love, but the other part of it is like you're inheriting everything. But just let me get to it. So it can be money, property, titles, you know, received from somebody, you know, at the time of their passing. But it just has to be from the previous holder. So whoever held it can give it to you, right? Even if they're alive, right? And then, you know, there's also the genetic things, right? People are thinking, oh, lineage and bloodline, etc., etc. And then, and that's why we talk a lot about DNA upgrades and stuff like that, and like body metamorphosis and things like that in this, because spiritually you are doing that. But that's what aids in like the bloodline changing. When they say, oh, you've got a spiritual upgrade or DNA upgrade, that's what they're meaning. Like, you've changed your bloodline, right? Because they say your bloodline, you're like, oh, and they keep saying, oh, your bloodline may not be the people that you're related to. And it's like, how so? Well, this is how so. Well, it's when you start to like open your brain. You know, somebody got to scratch it, I guess, first. But the little part, that's what divine masculine finna do. He's finna scratch everybody's brain. Uh, but it says to receive or to be left with, you know, from a predecessor. So it's just something that, you know, come into possession of from someone else, you know. And because some people were also saying, oh, well, how can divine feminine and divine masculine be protected by other people's ancestors? Well, the ancestors get to decide where they want to go, what they want to do. And why wouldn't they be on board with the things that they had already been working on? If you look at it, your ancestors have been trying to fix all the stuff that have been happening. And, you know, whomever, you know what I mean? We've always, I would hope, right? But then there have been family lines who haven't, who've just kind of been always the same, you know, left, you know, versus right, kind of, you know, I don't know. But at the end of the day, this is what these two are doing. This is their agenda, it seems. So I don't, you know, look, clearly, she said, you want me to bring out what it is? It's love. That's divine feminine's energy too. But this is, oh, that's the caveat to this. Okay, so I had a girlfriend, you know, that I was working with for a period of time, and we became good girlfriends and enjoyed our friendship while we were, you know, for the duration of it, while we were at the same establishment working. And one of the things that we agreed on is the reason why we don't fight. The reason why collective don't really fight, the reason why collective already knew that they had to calm down, is because when you get in a fight with collective, you better be ready to go. Because we don't fight to win, we fight to finish you. We fight to make sure that you're not trying to rematch us. We are not fighting to win this or to, you know, to get this. We are in it, and that's it. Until it's finished. There's no catching and sneaking up on the collective and coming back. No, we're going to make sure we don't have no sequels when it comes to coming for us. There are no sequels. And that's what some people are not understanding right now. And they're thinking like, oh, yeah, this can't happen or this can't happen. I think you better get a little bit more knowledge from somewhere that other than wherever you've been getting it. If you think for a single second that the collective doesn't have the correct energy that they're withholding in their body to be able to cause things to disrupt in your life even more than they are right now. And I'm only saying that for the people who are relentless, thinking, oh, let's still try to penetrate. Oh, let's still try to fight their union. Do you see what's happening already? Because we don't fight to win the fight. We fight to finish you. Since we are the goal, you are the goal with us. We don't fight you to win some fight. We ain't in this for no damn fight. We in it to win. Listen now. Like, this is it. We're finished. This is not a conversation that we're going to keep having. Yeah, somebody going to end up there because you're not going to keep fighting this. That's really, you're going to end up finishing this. That was the download. I was told, like, it needs to be made clear. This is an old note. This is an old note. Some of these notes don't even be from present time. It be other downloads that I got. And Spirit does tell people, oh, don't give this out. But hold on to this, because this is good information. And maybe there's a time when it has to be presented again at a later date, because maybe these warnings that we're given already don't make sense. Because I'm sure that they probably got a warning from somewhere else when I didn't give this warning. That's what people don't realize. But sometimes there's a source and a time. There's a time to place. You know, divine timing. Oh, wait, that's the other message. Oh, that's the other message. This was a little old one, too. And I ran across it the other day. And that's the one I kept saying, where is that note that I had about timing? Because it made perfect sense to me reading it. And so it was like, time is used as a measurement tool, isn't it? Like, you got 30 minutes before you get there. It's a measurement tool, isn't it? Okay. For the optimal moment, for the right time, right? So you can get there before the plane leaves, right? For the time is used as a measurement tool for the optimal moment, for the right to do or complete a specific action, okay? To do something like get in a taxi 30 minutes before so that you can get there on time, okay? To complete this, to clock in at work, or catch your flight, or be ready for, be at the meeting, the attorney's office for some people, and for a specific action in order to receive a specific result. So in order to get paid, you need to get there by a certain time so you can clock in, and then you need to clock out too. I'll just be trying to add up the hours. I'm just playing. But I'm just saying, it's like, in order for a specific result, the result could be a paycheck. The result could be getting on a plane. There's different results, correct? All right. That's why these people are comfortable in their skin. They're not looking at time the same way that you guys do, because they already know what their measurement scale is. They already know what specific actions they're supposed to be taking in order to receive a specific result, at which time they would like to receive the thing, and at the time that they have done said things that they are being measured on over this time, because it's, got to be right. I'm pretty sure I confused you more in that second half than I did with this first part. Okay, but as you can see, this is why we don't fight you. This is why the collective be chilling. And yes, this is the new thing that I decided to put out, called a nightcap. These are the love readings only. So they'll only be about the lovers and why you can't fuck with the lovers. Ooh, did I say a bad word? I did. These are also not for kids. Clutch your pearls if you need to, because these are not going to be what you think they are. And that's the truth. All right, if you need to go to bed, you need to go to bed. Don't be up here for the reading. That's all I can tell you with that. All right, so you saw the Queen of Cups come out, so I feel like we're going to keep it there for that part of it. And go ahead and bring it into the love part, because I always know that there are karmics watching. They want to kind of snoop in to see what's happening. Is they doing it? When is they going to... Look, is they doing it? When is they going to get together? You'll never know. And even if you think you know, you don't know. It's that kind of thing. And even if you want to know, and even if we told you so, you might not believe us. How could they be doing that there? Well, that's the kind of freaky deakies they is. Yep, that's what made that baby. Oh, look at that. Cupid said, no, I did. There is a love child. This spirit baby's already coming out. And that's judgment. So, oh yeah, yep. I ain't even making this up. So I don't know how well you can see this. Let me see how well you can see this. because there's a picture. This will tell you exactly who this is trying to be nosy about that part too. Look, it's a woman. Because back here, there's a face of another woman over here on the bed trying to figure out if they did it, when they gonna do it. Yeah. Yeah, so she can kind of send some type of, oh, yes, too quick. Yeah. Yeah, I feel what I just read in these cards, this says, yeah, it's too quick. Like the timing again, this whole timing thing. So again, like if they plan on using some kind of spell work, they better be in that room too. I'm just saying they better be in that room too. Because here's the thing about it. It's going to happen too quick, right? Because these two turn each on so much, right? So quickly, so easily, so well, so this, so that, so the other, right? And essentially it's going to be so like sporadic. It's like, again, like I said earlier, it's like, oh wait, they can't be doing it there. It's like, yeah. Uh-huh. Sure is. Bye-bye. Because by time, like, oh no, by the time they even think about the option deep enough, then all of a sudden it's over again. Like, it's maniacal. It's like you guys are more diabolical than they thought they were. And I don't even think it's on purpose. I think it's just by nature. You two are just kind of like, yeah. This is so funny. Yeah, because you guys are following the path of your heart and to take these inspired actions, You guys don't hesitate. Ooh, yeah, that's what I get in the moment too. Yeah. Ooh, did that card move when I did that? That's so funny. The card flew around. Yeah. I just heard nothing can stop me. And I guess that's for a lot of things. Like that spirit baby. I'm not even kidding you. That is a spirit baby message. Like nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. So don't even trip right now. And it's also like with respect to anybody thinking that they could kind of like cross the situation up. Maybe they're going to realize that like, oh damn, yeah, that is kind of hard to like, I do kind of have to be like with them. Like I do have to like know. Like it might work for somebody who's sitting waiting at home for their husband not to come, and they can kind of feel that their husband is not, like, okay, he's supposed to be home by now. He told me he was going here, but why would he be doing that? That's for that kind of energy. It's not for what this person is trying to use it for. Not to tell people how to time their magic and stuff like that, but I'm just saying, I know that this stuff is out there, so I'm not going to pretend like I don't know how it's supposed to be used just because, that's what the divine told me to do. Guys, look, inspired action. You never know what somebody's inspired actions are, what they're told to do, when they're told to do it, why. You know why? Because it's an inspired action. And you know why you can't mess it up? Because an elephant never forgets. You see that elephant in the middle? Yeah, okay. That's on inspired action. Let's read what that card says. Living our busy lives gives access to amazing ideas and new creations that swirl in the collective consciousness. But a busy life can also knock you out of alignment, where you'll doubt your ability or worthiness to manifest new ideas or creations. Breathe into your center, tune into your new creative ideas, and inspired action will follow. Healing reflection. Tune into the whispers of your soul. Place the inspired action card in front of you. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, focus on the center of the mandala. I think I just said like never forget. It's like, I don't know. Forget me now. I don't know. This is your sacred space of active listening. No, somebody should have told me earlier. Anyway, sorry, I'm so silly right now because I think you two are like, that's how you guys are with each other. It's like a lot of laughter. Like if you were ever to be here, sorry, this is part of the reading, I guess. If you were ever to be around me and my children, like we could do the silliest things. Like, I don't know if you saw when I had like the box of jelly beans, and we took this box of like trick jelly beans and we were laughing for probably like an hour and a half. And it was hysterical because that's just the energy when we're all together. Like that's the energy that we live in. That's the energy that we thrive in. Like that's just our energy. We like to enjoy ourselves with one another more than anything. Like who doesn't? So that's, also a part of it. Too. But anyway, but like, yeah, I think these two are going to be like laughing, and they're going to have so many like fun, happy moments. Like it's just a lot of laughter, a lot of happiness, a lot of gut laughing, a lot of like things that like, they're inside secrets, like, oh my gosh, like, you know what I mean? But anyway, so when you're busy justifying, explaining, you are not in tune with your truth, and you will feel overwhelmed. Imagine you have a great have great elephant ears that can hear everything, but only tune in to what will inspire and advance your desires. You can do this by being fully present and centered in the center of active listening. There's nothing you have to say or do but listen. Open your heart and mind to hear your inner voice, nature, and other dimensions. Yeah. Breathe in, exhale, inhale. Yeah. And maybe stay in that space for 3 minutes. Yeah, so it's like maybe there's some inspired action that you're being called to take. And they did say, imagine that you have these great elephant ears and hear everything, but only tune into what will inspire and advance your desires. So that may be like the whole energy for divine masculine is what I'm thinking. I don't know. We'll find out more, I guess. Or maybe that's both. Yeah, it could be both because at this point they operate different now. It's like where you see one, you see the other. And I feel like that's how their children are going to look too. It's like those couples who you can't tell who the baby looks more like. Like, oh man, they was fighting over who the baby was going to look like, huh? Energetically, it's like, I hope the baby has this, and daddy's that, and mommy's this. And then the dad's doing that, like looking at, the same thing because they're just so in love with each other. So it's like, who does the baby? Oh, yesterday the baby eyes look like the mama. Today, like, clearly that's the daddy's eyes, right? He's like, yeah. This, I don't know. That's just, this spirit baby energy is heavy. These spirit babies are tough, yo. These are literally like people that have been here before, so they don't play no games. And can't nobody mess with them either. And you have to understand too, if they come from the heart of the mother and the father too, because that's how spirit babies are made, right? Then these are some tough, like very, that was also a part of it. Like I said at the beginning, like if you try to tell divine masculine what he will do to do, he probably gonna do the opposite, right? So too many people telling him don't, he gonna like, okay, I gotta go see why. Or he's already seen, enough. Like I said, it's like looking at a location. It's like, nah, these people don't even know, they ain't even been over there like that. That part. Because a lot of people don't realize how close these two are, how much they talk, how much they listen to one another. You know what I mean? How much they consider making time and space, even though like they may not be the busiest people in the world, or like, I don't know. And it's not like somebody's just sitting waiting around for this person to call, or you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it's like, hey, it's a real love. It's like, oh, look, the spirit baby is in this card too. Yo, spirit baby said I was not playing. And no, that's not a fart. That was my elbow on this thing here. But look, you see the little spirit baby in there? Might be multiples. All right, path to the heart. Every path is perfect. There's no wrong path. That's true too, because if you hadn't taken those opportunities with the people in the past, you would not be able to be in the position that you are right now, in the present, to receive the gifts that you're about to receive, right? All right. So listen, wherever you are is where you are. Your past brought you to this point. Throughout all the twists and turns of your life, you have sorted and sifted through experiences to find your likes and dislikes. Appreciate this path of the heart because it is leading you where you need to go. Healing and reflection. Place the path of the heart in front of you. Take a deep breath as you exhale, focus on the center. And I already did that, pointing out the baby. Oh, look, there's unicorn energy here too. And then there's this dragon. There's like maybe, I think these are ancestors here. And then this is maybe the one ancestor that's been working the hardest. Maybe someone that was lost most recently. Like the ancestor that's, maybe one of you never had maybe one of you was really like left, one of you never had a guardian angel, and that's your guardian angel. Maybe that guardian angel is even going to be the spirit baby. This is kind of giving Noah's Arks down here, these two. What is that, a pit bull-potamus? It looks like a hippo and a pit bull. And sorry. Take a deep breath as you inhale and exhale. Focus on the center. This is where your heart path begins. Breathe and relax. Allow your inner parents, allow your inner parents and mystical fire to light the path of your heart as you birth something new. It will take you exactly where you need to go. Open your heart, your mind, and take a step. Trust and feel it in your heart. Know that your dragon invokes strength as it clears the path. The unicorn points you in the direction of your heart, and the tiger brings out willpower and courage. The hippopotamus, oh, it is a hippo. The hippopotamus fuses the qualities of water and earth to create stability. The kookaburra, ooh, what was that? That's this thing up here, and then that's this one. I think that's the kookaburra. This bird thing here. Yeah, I think that's the kookaburra. The kookaburra, where is that? Invokes laughter. Maybe I'm the kookaburra. I'm your kookaburra, baby. Okay, stop. I'm supposed to focus. Invokes laughter. And the snake is symbolic of continual change. Does the next step make your heart sing or shrink? Tread lightly with joy in your steps. This is your life to live. What path will you walk today? Breathe in as you exhale. Focus on the outside of the mandala. The beautiful imagery shows art in many ways. Is that what it says? Oh, imagery shows all your support in many ways. It will encourage you to discover and become loyal to your innermost heart's truth. Close your eyes and follow your heart to the truth for at least 3 minutes. Some nice meditation moments. Maybe if you want to like start incorporating a daily practice, like 3 minutes here on this inspired action, like on this inspired action taking place, and then maybe 3 minutes on the path of the heart energy too. And that be your morning thing. And that, you know, yeah, I only said 3 minutes because I don't remember why now. Maybe it says something in there about 3 minutes, but then there's also the baby coming up all over the place. When two become one, it all of a sudden becomes three. I know those are not the words. I know those are not the words. But they should be. No, I'm just kidding. The song is perfect as it is. I know how to leave well enough alone. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I feel like that energy is just dissipated too. Is maybe understanding like this whole finish them energy. Like, oh, yeah. Okay. More spirit baby messages. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's the next part. And it's coming out in the cards, too. So you know this is real. This is how we'll start now anew. This time it's gonna last forever. Daddy loves it when mommy calls him or texts him or sends him random pictures. It could be like, don't even think slutty, but it do be. But don't even think that, okay? Because it could be like her making a cake, or she finished doing something like, you know, that she told him she would do, and she always be forgetting to do that. I don't know what it is, but that's what I was told to say. Because, you know, people have things, you know, people have habits. And I think that's one of the things that divine masculine, divine feminine are very comfortable with working with one another too. I think that's, you know, because she brings him so much peace, he's comfortable, like, okay. And there's this whole get it right the first time kind of thing. But it's like, because she brings him so much peace is what he keeps saying, like, nah, don't be putting it on nothing else. Because she brings him so much peace, he's willing to work through, you know, just like I feel like divine feminine, like, I don't know, there's this thing about me that I'm like, I can't stand noisy jaws and people who smack when they eat. And I have I have a feeling, I have a feminine intuition is what my mouth was trying to say. But I have this feeling like that he's going to have like habits like that are going to like irk me, but I'm just going to like have to fall in love with it, or just, you know, get over myself, right? Because it's really, I'm the only one that has the issue, right? And that's a part of the whole thing. It's like, you know, that was something that I realized too about like my whole, and some people don't believe in OCD, but you know, I was frustrated one day because I was doing the fridge and it was all nice and neat or whatever. And like, I didn't expect someone else to keep up with my management of how everything was supposed to be. I was just supposed to make sure that it was that way. Then if they came in the fridge and put the mayonnaise where the sodas go, I'm going to be the one to either move it, or, you know what I mean? Because I can't expect someone to keep up with something that's my thing. You know, too, like there's a lot of like compromise that's going to take place. And it's like, yeah, but it's like, who wouldn't want to compromise in a place where it's like, it feels like the compromise means that you still getting everything you want. You know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of energy. Like, well, wait a minute. I still could, you know, because it don't be like a big thing. You know what I mean? And some people kind of tend to make big things out of little things, I guess. I don't know. But it's like, this is the energy. Slut me out. I deserve it. It says, Daddy didn't know how much he loved kisses until he got them from you. Yeah, it's been a heavy kiss energy. Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, kiss me. Kiss me more. Ooh. This one is kind of interesting because I didn't think I had any blank cards in here. And this is just giving, like, let your imagination run wild. Like, I think that's all also a part of it too with this couple, is like they are open to doing everything together. So it's kind of like they can explore, you know, with one another. This is the part 2. Mommy trusts daddy implicitly. And I was told to look up implicitly. So I think maybe people don't get how much, like, this is why this is the submission part of divine feminine that she's able to give to divine masculine, because she's found peace within herself. And that's why other women are like, well, why her? Well, yep, there's a certain thing that you find in yourself that he knows if he gets to be a part of that, that's something different. Okay? But that's, hold on. Let me get the definition of that one. Kiss me more. Because I think people be thinking they know what things mean, but they really don't. So we did inherited. Oh, maybe I didn't. Because this looks like nothing but notes for recipes. Okay. What were we talking about? Oh, implicitly. Oh, I can just look it up, though. I think I sent it to my phone. Yep. Definition of implicit. I did send myself a link to the definition. And it says capable of being understood from something else as though unexpressed. So again, as we said, divine feminine has always been this understanding person. It's like, okay, if you think that telling her something about divine masculine past is going to, like, ruin their relationship, where you're sadly mistaken. Like, it's almost unexpressed that she's just going to go ahead and say, okay, like, so thank you. And then she'll tell divine masculine what happened, and they'll go on about their business. You know what I mean? Present, but not consciously held or recognized. Yeah. So it's like divine feminine is just blindly going to follow divine masculine. And I know a lot of people say, don't find it. Okay. Well, you don't. That's not this relationship. That, you know, whatever you do works for you. This works for them. Mommy's favorite is when you rub and talk to me in her belly. So I think divine feminine is going to love all the, like, adoration, like how much he, like, really dotes on divine feminine when she's pregnant. Well, just in general. The passion is so intense, I can feel you from miles away. That's probably 100,000% true. Like, whenever they're not, you know, they can feel where one another are on the planet. Even before they knew each other, they could tell. Like, oh, my person is in another country. And it could be even something as small as, like, this person was in the military when they were younger, and so they lived, you know, in another country. Or this person travels a lot for, you know, work, and, you know, come to find, you know what I mean? Like, you guys meet at the airport, and, you know, that's why you would always feel sometimes like, well, maybe my person is in another country. You know what I mean? So you guys can feel each other from miles away. So, then you guys keep in touch too. I feel like now it's like you can, you know, you can feel when the other person is thinking about you, and so you'll check in or call or whatever too, is the energy. I didn't know it would, oh wow, I didn't know it would be so tight all the time. I think divine masculine just has a really huge member. I think he just be, like, you know, modest about his, you know, when it comes to maybe the women, that's a part of his charm possibly, but when he with his voice, he be keeping it 100. And I think, you know, it's two could play that game. So it's like those two, that's why it's just like you met your match, your perfect person. Like, it's just, you know, imagine, yeah, a tight vagina and a big, yep. I appreciate how you take care of your body. I can't help it. I keep falling asleep in it and waking up happy. Honestly, I knew this was coming up. I knew that was coming up because that's how that baby got made. That's what my understanding is. But flirting with you always gives me butterflies. That's how, yes, divine feminine. If you're wondering, like, when did we, or divine masculine, when did, yep, it was that one. When you woke up happy, but you was still where you was when you got happy before you went to sleep. I think that makes us so excited because this is here. Morning sex is mandatory. So it's like, oh, God, I was in it. could even get ready for it. That's that kind of energy. Like I don't even know what that feels like to a man, but I was just about to march about this right now because it's like I don't know. I don't know. That's the energy I'm getting. Like it's like yes. Like you wake up, but you getting hard, but you already in it. So it's like, whoa, I won't get up too. It's some crazy madness. Why is it like this? This connection took daddy by surprise. I bet. But now he understands its value. Oh, wow. This is so funny. You always know exactly how to relieve all of daddy's stress. It is not just in one way either, because again, this is the person that found peace within themselves, so they're able to share it with their partner. And what men always say, you need some men need somebody to be their peace, and all these things, and women need somebody to be their provider, whatever, in order to choose them, and only them all the time and forever. It's like just like you want this all the time and forever. Like you want it to stay tight forever. Okay, stay tight forever. You get it? Yay! Let that be a lesson. Maybe somebody didn't know, like, why it don't even feel right no more. Yeah, it might not even be her. It might just be your lesson. Like, okay, you treated it like it was loose, so now it's loose, and she ain't even did nothing. It ain't even her fault. But this is and it is her fault because she stayed with you. I'm gonna just keep it 100 when I hear a moment to be 100 with you. Anyway, you always know exactly how to relieve all of daddy's stress. He doesn't know how you do it, but he loves it. Again, that was the part of the whole message. That was in my notes. Like it's all about this peace, this peaceful energy, this implicity. Like I ain't even gotta argue with babe. She's just going. And if I tell her, listen, this is the decision I made, but 9 out of 10 times, I don't even have to have that conversation because babe's just going with it because that's who I, and yeah, it really is that type of situation too. It's so funny to me because people don't they're like, well, I was like that too. And it's like, yes, but you weren't peaceful. Yes, but you weren't productive. Yes, but and if you got 2 on the list already, you need to go sit down. Yes, but you weren't prioritizing yourself enough. Or yes, you weren't prioritizing me enough. There's a lot of things. Look, if you got 3 out of 4, that ain't bad. But this person has 4 out of 4. And I feel like it was really like you have 1. Whoever this is, like whoever this angry bird looking on the bed energy from the other card is. That's legit how this person rolls. Oh, little Snoopy Snoop. I totally meant Snoop in the energy of like looking into people's business or what's going on with people. Not like as in like the Snoop Dogg. Snoop is Snoop. It kind of has a dual meaning almost. If there was meaning there, ooh. Yeah, if there was any debate about this being marital bliss, you could throw that out the door. Yep, maybe it was some people who was like trying to be like this, like, hold on. Okay, this is good. There's a divine masculine out there somewhere that's, finally let go. That's good. That's great. That's amazing. Yeah. Maybe it's because they realize that like, oh, okay, if this connection took this person by surprise and they understand the value of it, they're not going to get it wrong. And I have no way of competing with that, even if I had everything right now, because I'm missing that. Just like it's like, okay, 3 out of 4 ain't bad, but this person got 4 out of 4. So I'm going to go with the 4 out of 4 because the goal was to get 4, not 3. I don't know. That's just what I'm told. And here it is, 9 of Wands. Like, there's nothing that can combat this. Like, I feel like there's not even any, like, someone maybe even, I don't know if this is this girl on this is somebody else. like from one of you guys' childhood or something like that, or somebody who hasn't worked on their inner child that's a feminine. Again, this could be that other feminine too. I feel like there's somebody that's like super jealous of like how much y'all be doing it. He never wanted to be like that with me. You didn't like men. Like that's what I heard. Or you didn't like me. You wasn't into me in the same way. You didn't trust me in the same way. You didn't excite me in the same way. Like, what do it matter? This is not about you. That's a third party for you. He didn't kiss me like that. That's probably why he stopped kissing you. He didn't like it. Some people don't get it. Oh, goodness. It's like the potential kiss. It was even more desirable. Listen, that's justice, isn't it? Isn't this the justice card? Yeah. This is justice for these two. We saw where it fell out. This is justice for this. And this is blind justice. Yep, it's blind justice. They getting it because they going in blind. That's why they getting it. They done seen everything they need to see. Now they going blind. I'm just here for the fun. That's what I'm saying, though. That's a part of it, though. Like, because divine feminist, like, letting him guide her with, like, okay, I'm going to close my eyes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Divine master, what you put in my mouth? Is that chocolate boost? Divine masculine can cook, probably. Just calm down, everybody. Oh, that's why she be letting him put so much stuff in her mouth. She says you can do what you want to do to me with the blindfold or without. Oh, this is so funny. Yeah, it's like this is the emotion. Why does this have a cucumber? Okay. It's like focus. It's like focus. Focus, fancy. This card literally only says focus. Okay, I'm gonna focus. I promise. I'm like a big kid, but trust me, I'm not. Like, I'm like a big kid because we're talking about it. That's, and that's probably how these two are. Like, it makes them so happy and so excited. Like, if they're around people, just like, whispering into each other's ear. It's like, oh my gosh, it gets them all like, turned on and giddy, like, like teenagers. And I think that's beautiful. Yeah, that's their way of showing affection. Maybe who was I listening to? Okay. I was listening to some comedians by chance the other day on YouTube. And one of them, I think, was Bruce, and he was telling men about how foreplay actually works. And he's like, yes, all this other stuff that don't even be related to the bedroom. He's like, it's making her laugh. It's, he was just going through, talking to her, like really talking to her though, like, and listening. Maybe even showing an interest in like, her growth. Be like, oh yeah, you told me you was going to do such and such, checking back in with her. It's all these different things. It's all these different things that have nothing to do. He was like, and then, he was like, when you do that, he was like, after you do that, that's when you throw in that little, that little wink or the little smack on the butt or whatever. It's after you say something that, it's just showing your affection, and affection is not necessarily physical. It could be, like, hey, I saw your sage plant die, so I bought you a new one. Your little sage bush died. Maybe this person likes to garden or cooks. Like it's those little things. And it don't even have to cost money, to be perfectly honest. It's like, again, showing interest in another person. That's how you display affection, And I feel like that's what's enabled divine feminine to release control and like really be, because this is, it's worth it. Someone that gets it right the first time, or the fact of the potential for someone to get it right the first time. It's like, okay. But what I'm getting is like, you can kind of clear your mind of that kind of energy because it's already, impending. You know what I mean? Like, you already know that because this union more than likely wouldn't come even. Yep. First card out. Clear your mind about that because this union wouldn't even come into play. Last quarter moon in Gemini. That energy's been heavy, that energy. Open up to change. Yep. Yep. A lot of nice purple energy too. I like that. Royal energy. Release your blocks. So releasing those blocks is going to open up the The money atmosphere, I'm getting that from the green, even though most people would tell you that's the heart chakra, but I think it is the heart chakra. Like, I feel like your heart chakra being open is what enables you to be on the right frequency to accept and appreciate and have more um money. I just do feel like it's money. Yep. First quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like it's like kind to you and kind to, those you love, decidedly so. Hamburger. Yep. And this is literally like, a lot of people may not think so, but this is a way of you stepping up and leading. And that's to both divine masculine and to divine feminine. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, you only married this person for this, or, oh, you only married because, so-and-so didn't want you, or whatever they want to say. I don't know. But whatever they want to say, the truth. And that's literally like the only thing. If it wasn't so good, then why would they have, they've never complained about all the other stuff. So it's like, let it go, if anybody's around you, like. And then also, this is that releasing control energy. So divine feminine maybe has been in using Capricorn energy, Taurus energy, Scorpio energy, Aquarius energy, and Gemini energy. These have all come up in my readings too. Maybe those are all the energies divine feminine's been working in order to get to that whole point of releasing control and being that blind faith, where she's loving divine masculine and letting him really, because he's the type of person, you tell him what to do, he's gonna do what he wants to anyway, right? And if you say no, he's gonna be like, okay, that means yes. Yep, there's something there for me to find. And you guys kept giving him things to go look for over in this area, and so he done found all this other stuff that y'all said wasn't there. So now he's like, okay, now I know for sure. Oh yeah, that's also part of it too. So because everybody in divine feminine's life has been trying to control her too. And it's like, it's crazy to them. They're pissed off because it's like, oh, why does he get all the control? This person has enough. He has everything he could ever want. He's, this, he's that, like whatever it is. They mad about it. Daddy said he fell in love with your essence. It's your forget-me-not. I knew that one was going to come out again too. Because that's been heavy too, about the fact that like they already imprinted on one another prior to them getting together. And then they also have their own way of communicating that people don't even know they're actually, communicating. Whether it could be like, it could be simple as like, okay, let's say if they work in the office together, this person might leave something in the break room that lets the person know like, hey, I was thinking about you today. And nobody would be the wiser, because it'd be as simple as something that's like, okay, I'm gonna move the salt and pepper shakers over here. And that's how you know it was me, because the rest of the office always keeps it on the desk, right? I'm not on the desk, on the table where everybody eats. But they move it over here when they don't work the same shift. Like that could just be one of the things, That could just be one of the things. But, oh, yep, I already said this one too, and it's slapping her butt and watching that booty jiggle. He liked watching that booty jiggle, like, all the time. Like, there's not a time like, where it's not fine with him to watch them booty cheeks. I'm sorry. These two are fun. Yeah, these two are fun. Yeah, and all that fighting stuff ain't flying over here. That's the first two things that I heard. Like, that stuff, fighting stuff ain't flying over here between the two of them, because if so, you gotta sail. You gotta go. So they not gonna fight with each other. So they definitely, oh wow. So I hear like anybody trying to bring drama to their connection. Again, this is those kind of couples where, and I in my previous, look, this card would just happen to be over here, turned around in this deck. It was in between these, and it was turned around. I just happened to look over. Yep. That's what enabled divine masculine to lighten up and really see like, okay, I ain't even got to worry about all of this. Maybe that's making him feel lighter. Like maybe he was he's been everything for everybody. And this is the one place where he don't have to be that, He can give what he was given to other people or less than, and still come up, winning in the game. Assessing this situation. So it's like, assess the situation. This is a result of them doing that, is what I'm understanding. Like this is like maybe even a regeneration of like something that they did in previous lifetimes. Ooh, yeah. See this money too. It was like maybe this part of that was also to kind of assess the situation and even see like, okay, you know, whatever they needed to do to be fulfilled in this last part. And I want to say it did have something to do with money. I just saw money in here, didn't I? But this essence thing, they already imprinted. There's this whole thing of like, it would never. Oh yeah, that was one part of it too. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like Divine Feminine has mastered that whole gluttony thing, because there was a gluttony issue of like, you know, everybody has their own things. Maybe it could have been with shoes or something like that. I don't know, but maybe it wasn't. Take it how it resonates. But there was this gluttony. Maybe even on both sides, because I can't just say it was one way or the other. Maybe Divine's masculine gluttony is with shoes. Aha. Aha. Maybe Divine Feminine's is with sweets. Take it how it resonates, okay? But maybe both of you guys love food. And maybe that's also kind of, I don't know, like that's the gluttony that you two are going to share. Is like this love of food. There's this 9 energy heavy too. Yeah, because the first card that came out was the 9. The Hermit card. Yeah. And you guys went in with about it. Yo, okay, so that's why Spirit's leading me back to the 9, because it's the Hermit card, which means going within. You guys both went within without it. You went within about it, and now you know how to do without it. You've curbed your enthusiasm for said things because you don't want to have certain feelings. And it was bringing up to me this satiety card, like this fullness card on here. And it was like, yeah, sometimes too much satiety, you know, too much fullness can be, you know, too potent. So, you know, maybe there are some, you know, areas where somebody's like, you know what, I'm kind of, you know, overboard here. And it, you know, and that was something that you maybe needed to look into. Oh, look. Maybe you needed to look into on both sides, like divine masculine, divine feminine, like, okay. And then, you know, but I don't feel like that's going to stop either one of you from buying what you want, having what you want, doing what you want. It was just an area of progression that needed to be examined in order to express to the universe and to your spirit guides and things like that, that you were hearing them, that you were listening. A lot of people don't understand that's how it works. It's like when you hear these messages and these things, are you responding to them with what you know to be for your highest good? That's what these two do. And then that enables them to go and have whatever they want to. They can go buy all the cookies. She could buy all the cookies. He could buy all the cookies too. They could buy all the shoes together. They can get to go have it all. And then they're going to go eat after that. Divine Feminine said not her cake, though. That nothing but cakes. Oh, that Divine Feminine. You wild. She's like, yeah, I'm ready to surrender. I'm always ready to surrender to Divine Masculine. I'm like, get on your knees. Let me get out of here. All right, I hope this has been on the money for you with the way that you are understanding your connection and feeling about this connection as you embark on this new regeneration process. It's regeneration of what? Somebody want to know? Of the love energy that the two of them share and have shared and continue to share and will always share. Now that they've had this clarity and this courage and this trust that will forever grow and came because of their wholeness. In the pursuit of wholeness, now they're just going to be productive forever and ever, and peaceful forever and ever, and wise forever and ever. That's how they continue to have protection. Yes. Yes. Through every transition that they face. That's also why these two are just cards that are just repeating what I said already. Also, because that's how they, you know, this transition, that's how the communication is what keeps them together. Like, that's just it and that's all. You know what I mean? That's what keeps their peace. That's what keeps their, I already said that. Like, they combat things together. They talk about things. They don't talk about each other. They talk about the things that, you know, things. That's what continues to make this love grow. That's also what continues to make the fertility strong in this. as is related to time, because I know some people are, well, I've been waiting forever. Well, you know, you shouldn't have took forever, but you know, the refinement process takes however long it does for whoever. And the reality of that is like, this is the healing and purification that you needed, right? And that, you know, you are accepting of that ritual because it gives you the grounding that you need to be in to have the strength to be in the type of relationship that you want. And I'm gonna end it there. Yep, the horn honked outside, and that is not my ride, but I do got to go. All right. Success and happiness await you. Luck and abundance. You got the victory. All right. Be passionate. That's your agreement with one another, especially on your pursuits of leadership and bringing hope and bringing cleansing through divination with positivity in a continued fashion. Regardless of anyone's emotions, whatever, etc., etc., people will learn, and you will show them how to be grateful for being able to help them to create these types of things, because a lot of this stuff is traditional. A lot of people are forgetting traditions and things that they should be instilling and working off of this crazy mess, but it'll help a lot of people bring them back to themselves, you know, help people remember what they need to remember, like remember their roots. Okay, remember their roots and ground them, you know, and then they can have everything that they desire, like you. It'll help give them the life force energy that they need to stimulate. What is these cards? To stimulate their ability to focus on this for themselves. And that is the end of the deck. I hope this has been helpful and insightful in some type of way, shape, or form. Thank you. Have a good night. Catch you on the next one later.